Hello,
Hi.
welcome to Metal Real. I'm Ed. This is Kay, my partner in crime.
Yes.
This is a new YouTube channel we're going to start. It's basically we're going to review films, TV programs, video games, music,
Books.
Oh yeah, that's
Comic books.
kind of books.
All that general nerd stuff that you all love.
Yeah, maybe some sort of topical stuff. What's going on in the world, you know.
And also the occasional funny video, like us on holiday, us at Download Festival,
Download.
stuff like that.
Pretty much. Today, what we're going to do is pretty introduction video, sort of get you an idea of what we're like. So we're going to do our 3 favourite films, and then we're going to do our 3 favourite artists in terms of music.
And just say a few things about us, see whether you hate us instantly or
I
over
hate him all
time.
the time, so
And I hated him before I knew him.
that's like everyone. No. Right, do you want to go first, films?
Yes, I'll go first with films.
Go for it.
Okay, in-depth opinions about films off the blue. Third favourite film of all time is WALL-E, the Pixar film. Everyone loves the Pixar film, and WALL-E, pretty much he is the metal cyborg Jesus who saves the fat humans.
I never thought about it that way. That's actually really cool.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much the metal cyborg Jesus, falls in love with a robot called Eve.
Sigourney Weaver.
More Bible references. So it's a Christian-friendly Pixar film.
Is there any non-Christian friendly Pixar?
Ratatouille. Bugs Life.
Bugs Life, maybe.
The show Evolution.
Second favourite film.
Okay, second favourite film, Terminator 2.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
Dun 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 dun.
parents about now.
No, fair, just keep going.
Yeah, Terminator 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger at his cheesy best, quoting shiz like that. And probably one of my favourite villains of all time, I can't remember the name of the actor.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah, but the dude is just something else.
T1 Bells. He does so many cool cameos in films. He's like in
Yeah.
Last Action Hero again, and Arnold Schwarzenegger film. He's in Wayne's World.
He can just kill everything. The only thing he can't do is turn himself into a gun. If he could do that, he'd be the ultimate villain.
First favourite film then.
Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back.
Dun 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 dun.
You can notice the sci-fi theme in my favourite movies.
Yeah, now you mention it.
Yeah, Star Wars. Everyone loves Star Wars. Great film series. Too bad
But
George.
you mean the first 3 films?
It was a good film series while it lasted.
They may be good again when they start doing them.
Maybe, possibly,
See how it goes.
probably not. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darth Vader, best villain of all time, mixed with the Emperor. Mark Hamill. Joker as a Jedi.
That'd be weird seeing Joker.
Harrison Ford.
Chewie.
Brr.
R2.
Can't do those noises. C-3PO.
What did I say?
Quiet.
Oh man. Right, my favourite films. God, what I choose. Third favourite film, 28 Days Later by Danny Boyle. Love zombie film. Some films are just brilliant. I think what he does is a really realistic take of a virus / infection / zombie film. And the way it's shot is basically didn't actually use proper cameras. It was like handheld quite a lot, and like especially that first shot, but one of the
Like
first shots.
Cloverfield, but done properly.
Yeah, pretty much. But like the way he did the whole sort of like London being deserted, my god, brilliant. It's like it looks like it's just properly deserted, and like his techniques, and obviously Cillian Murphy in it is brilliant, and I have much praise for the guy as an actor. And I just love Danny Boyle. I mean, 126 Hours is probably one of my other favourite films. You got to see that stuff.
Imagine the fanboys raging. But 127 hours is better.
I think the reason I love 28 Days Later is just because you got like Chris Eccleston as the guy, the army guy at the end is brilliant. Also, music, like everyone loves the music for that.
Chris Eccleston's a really good actor as well.
Yeah, he is actually.
He'll be good in Thor too.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Second film, well, actually, second and first are kind of tied because I love them for about equally different reasons. So let's start first of all with Avengers Assemble, or just the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, or whatever you want to call it.
Avengers if you're from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
If you're English, UK.
Avengers Assemble.
Because apparently you might get confused with a 60s cop show.
Yeah, it was one of them. Yeah, Avengers. I love Marvel films, I love comic book films, I hope both of us do. Just the fact, like, I went there and, like, there's the child in me which got into comic book.
Probably the most enjoyable, not the best,
Yeah.
the most enjoyable.
The comic book child inside me just came out, watched it, and it's like every.
Couldn't phrase that much.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But it's like every scene, there's some sort of nerd fest. I mean, like Thor fighting Loki and Captain America and Thor and
Scarlett Johansson in tight leather costume.
Hulk, like the best rendition probably of Hulk.
Samuel L. Jackson not swearing.
You can tell he wants to.
He was urged to.
Yeah, it's really funny as well. I mean, it's Joss Whedon who directed it, and he's used
King
to.
of the nerds.
He does everything he does is literally a group of people you wouldn't bring together, and it makes it work. So
Like, I never thought Chris Evans would make a good Captain America.
yeah, that's a good point.
So, but Thor, he's just like, oof, yeah, carry on. We'll cut that out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Firefly, Buffy, Angel, he's just groups of people from different backgrounds.
Again, the only competition for King of the Nerds for him is from Peter Jackson, but it's debatable. Let the fanboys.
Oh, George
argue.
Lucas back in the day, but not anymore.
He's more of a fat Hollywood businessman.
Yeah, he's pretty much the Monopoly man now.
Him and Steven Spielberg.
No, Spielberg's still got some.
Watch the South Park episode.
Yeah.
You'll understand.
The Road Ended.
And it's Stormtrooper.
Yeah, and Shortland. Don't forget that. Alright. Final film is The Crow. Now, again, it's another sort of comic book / graphic novel based one. Though I'm not sure if you've seen it, have you?
I've seen parts of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen most of it anyway.
Yeah, it's based on James O'Barr's graphic novel, which is like the basic story is pretty much the same, but it's kind of the way they do it is different in the film.
It's really depressing.
It is, but I think the way they do it, especially in the film, is just fantastic. I mean, because main character Eric Draven is played by Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, who unfortunately died 8 days before the end of filming by a donut bug going to that.
To be fair, quite a film success, so
Yeah.
it's the Heath Ledger effect.
Again, I think that's what makes it work. 'Cause he's actually in the whole film. Like spoilers, like it's pretty much everyone knows it. But
Oh, yeah,
in the-
spoilers from a film like 11 years ago.
Chap. Like in the very first scene, the first time you see him, he's dead on the pavement outside his building. So in the rest of the film, when you see him, he's been brought back to life, and so it kind of gives that almost like I don't know, supernatural feel in a way. Like he's giving all these little
Well, I
lessons.
don't know many natural people that go around.
Well, it's just the way because he goes around and makes all these little life lessons and say like nothing's trivial, and he just all these little bits.
Being a random gangster, don't do drugs, kids.
Yes. But and he's like, you think like this is a guy who sort of is basically you're watching a dead person now. It's quite weird. But and it's the first like the way cause he goes out, he has to kill 4 guys who killed him and his girlfriend, and his way to that, and also you got Michael Wincott, who's the main bad guy in it, who I believe it's Michael Wincott. He's absolutely fantastic villain, and he doesn't go over the top there, but he has a little bit of a personality but at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. I love the look of it. I love the sounds. It's like 90s industrial, like rock / grunge, and it makes Gotham look like Metropolis pretty much because the place living is like basically shit.
Yeah.
All right, artist, you go.
Artist. Third favourite artist, Ozzy Osbourne, the solo band. Yep. Ozzy Osbourne worked with probably the best guitarists in the metal business each time.
Randy Rhoads,
Jakey Lee, Zakk Wylde, Gus G for like a year. Don't know who that is.
He's Fireman's pretty good actually. They're power metal, but they're not like over the top power metal.
Lost interest after Zakk Wylde, particularly.
Yeah, so.
But Nate, Crazy Train.
Jerry Cantrell did some session work for Alice in Chains. Sorry, forgot.
Oh yeah, cut that out. Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, No More Tears, Perry Mason, Bark at the Moon. Loads of great songs. It's pretty much Black Sabbath, but more, I think, a little bit more raw.
It's a bit more friendly.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath's quite in a way. It's got lots of like doom metal.
I know, but Black Sabbath's sort of like a more refined version, isn't it? Because
they're
a bit more of an articulate band than Ozzy, who just.
Well, I think
Zach riff, I'll scream shit over.
Well, it's kind of Black Sabbath was literally these guys like because they all like used to be like blues or / jazz players beforehand, and then like just changed it. And so these guys all like taken like what are old, like quite developed, almost classical techniques, and made it into like
Randy Rhoads, in my opinion, probably the best guitarist of all time. Controversial, I know.
I'd say probably one of the best guitarists of all time would be go for that.
Commentators who say Slash, you can fuck off.
I don't say Slash is the best. It's my favourite guitarist.
I say commenters, not you.
Kurt Cobain, best guitar fan of all time. The man who can play those chords.
Nickelback, man. Second favourite before we go completely off topic and run over as much time as we need, really. So, second favourite artist, Foo Fighters. It's like a mixture of Nirvana and modern good rock,
and especially all the sort of
and like
radio-friendly stuff from the 90s. It's sort of like one really good package.
Mixture of kind of non-radio friendly from this era, and radio friendly from mid to late 90s, really. Especially, you can see, especially in his early work, like it's pretty much Nirvana recycled, but with a different voice and a bit more powerful, if anything.
Hey, Johnny Park's a really good song for the second album.
Top of that, Dave Grohl, probably the most likable man in rock and roll.
He is funny. Him and Corey Taylor in the same room together, just brilliant.
With Tenacious D in. That'd be the ultimate band. We must pitch this idea.
Yeah, alright, first favourite band.
First favourite band, Thin Lizzy.
Boys are back in town.
You Americans probably wouldn't know who they are. So
I feel they do. They're not like. Well,
I'm sorry for being racist, but still, just in case you people don't know, Irish band, 70s, 80s, mixed with blues rock, punk rock, jazz rock, rock,
Irish rock, Irish folk music,
Irish rock. Phil Lynott, probably one of the best frontmen and bassists of all time.
Yeah, apparently I heard about him. Apparently, when he didn't have enough money at one point to buy heroin, and like he went on stage, got 2 days off it, and he was shaking, like sweating like nothing else. And then like after he did the gig, the guy gave him the money, and he literally just went off and just got more heroin.
True inspiration. Gary Moore.
Just for the kids.
Just for the kids. And Gary Moore, probably one of the best guitarists of all time.
Probably one of the best blues guitarists.
He's definitely up there.
Yeah, definitely. Alright.
Okay, now Edmund, so get ready for another essay worth of music knowledge.
Alright, third favourite band is, though I'm quite close to change it due to my new album, but at the moment it's Black Sabbath. Again, quite similar to what we've been talking about.
Pretty much our conversation with Ozzy, so just rewind to that, but with like Iommi and that.
Bill Ward, like I don't think people give enough credit.
Ronnie James Dio.
I like Dio for his solo stuff rather than Black Sabbath. Dio.
Holy Haver.
Yeah, but I love Ozzy's Black Sabbath. I mean, like the first 4 albums are just fantastic, and like your Subway. So I mean, the Sabotage probably the only bad Ozzy album you could say, really. Yeah. But yeah, we pretty much everything we've got to say about Black Sabbath really said. So
Black Sabbath, on top of everything they did, they got Ozzy on his path to a great career.
Yeah. So Dio, Tony Iommi. I mean, there were plenty anyway. It's like done so well as Bill Ward, which is a bit unfortunate.
Poor Bill.
Alright, second favourite band. A band I've got into very heavily in the last year or so is Slipknot. I used to sort of live with the sort of stigma that Slipknot just sound. And then someone played me, I think it might be my dad actually.
Was it your dad or was it one of our mates?
It was either dad or Rich. It was like, alright, one of my mates or my dad, they played me Duality, which if you haven't heard it, go watch the video, it's one of the coolest videos as well.
Pretty much he listened to Duality and a mixture of he jizzed himself and his head exploded from the inside.
Pretty much. And I listened to stuff like Before I Forget, which I can't recognise from shows, and like Snuff, which like, I really got into the second 2 albums, so like Volume 3 and Hope's Gone. And I listened to it quite a lot. I'm a big fan of Volume 3 still to this day. And I moved into the earlier stuff, and that stuff like this first album, and then Iowa, where it's just like these guys, you see why they're so popular, and how, like the way they, 9 guys all working at stage, it's brilliant.
You wouldn't think it would work, but
no. Obviously Corey Taylor, like his voice, he's a beast, and you got all the Joey on drums, like you got Jim Root, Paul Grove, God bless him, Mick Thompson, you got Clown. Clown is like the guy, like literally is them.
Clown is pretty badass.
He's literally their manager as well. Alright, first favourite band, bit of controversy. Guns N' Roses. I don't mean Guns N' Roses nowadays, Guns N' Roses back 80s and 90s. They're the band that got me into rock pretty much. I mean, I like listening to stuff like Led Zeppelin and Cheap Ups beforehand, but heard Guns N' Roses, Power of Siege, which I just thought, this is it. Fantastic. Yeah. So, this is Appetite Destruction, and moved to listen to the Usual Illusion, and I know people would give Axl a lot of flack, even I do, but he's a great singer, great songwriter.
Still a tool.
Yeah. Massive tool.
You couldn't find a bigger tool.
Unless you actually go to Tool.
That's a fair point.
Slash.
Is that where he came from?
No.
Is that
Slash, though in my opinion, overrated due to guitar free, still a great guitarist. He plays with so much feeling and emotion, especially solos.
He's still massively overrated.
Yeah, but it's like
Randy Rhoads over Slash every day.
I prefer Slash because of the feeling, but like obviously Duff McKagan, the guy is fantastic, like just like frontman and bassist pretty much. Yeah. Izzy Stradlin back in the day, I mean, great rhythm guitar player, very quiet, but he knew what to do.
And he did a lot of songwriting, didn't he?
Yeah, he did actually. He was one of their chief songwriters. Depending on which drum you're talking about, Steven Adler, great group. He had a really good feel, especially on the first album, which I think they could have lost with Matt Swan. No, he's a great player, obviously it's the Velvet Revolver. And obviously, like, I'm not disappointed trying Moxie. I mean, to the extent I am, but I just don't see it Guns N' Roses. I see it Axl Rose pretty much. But I quite enjoy that at the same point. But it's not Guns N' Roses. But if anyone gets a chance, actually do go see Slash, because his solo stuff as well, Miles Kennedy and all the other guys.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Challenge for the commenters, or possible commenters. Hopefully we're popular.
Because we asked to.
Because we asked them to.
Yeah.
Name a reason why Axl Rose is not a dickhead. Or
Do you
name.
mean musically or personally?
How about personally? How he's personally not an asshole.
I would go past history, but that still doesn't really give much
Yeah.
excuse.
Or name me a Bad Thin Lizzy song. Not opinion, just generally bad. I can't think of any.
Maybe just a massive fanboy.
Yep. If you name all of those, we will possibly send you one of our future guests in our video in the mail.
You don't want him. You don't want Alex.
Don't want Alec. Don't really want Mark either.
Go with Chris.
Chris has been around for too long. I think we shipped him to China last week, didn't we?
Oh yeah, he did.
No. He got back amazingly.
Yeah. I bet he's driving. He literally just drove from China to here, like literally about an hour.
He did a Dukes of Hazzard jump all the way from China
Yeah.
to... Yeah.
I think that's going to be it for him. He literally got like 60.
Yeah, well, we will be editing this, so we'll be cutting out a few funny bits, possibly. So, subscribe, comment, like, favourite, share.
Do
Please.
what you wish. Just don't dislike us. We have really low self-esteem, and we can't handle that. Especially Kat. Look at the poor boy.
I'm already poor enough.
Wait, how are you poor? I haven't got a job. You do.
Well, I just made myself feel a lot better.
No. All right.
Right,
See ya.
see you guys.